Because sometimes you don't feel like it, but you want to do it anyway. Hi, welcome to this video. I'm going to give a short but sweet update on things regarding Comicame. Okay, so here we go. Now, as far as you can tell, I've been cycling through a lot of projects as of late. And when I finally got going and finally put it into was Chowakse Sinki Metafight, otherwise known as Blaster Master. And yes, it was based off a book of the same title back in the day by Worlds of Power. So, this also means that I haven't forgotten the other stuff I was supposed to do. I am still doing UFO Robo Grandizer. But of course, I'm finding little things that might be bugged out or something like that. So it's going to take its time, But I'm going to fight through it. So if you don't see like an episode of that every day, there's your reason. Another thing, as of note, is I'm still doing Magic Knight Rare for the Sega Saturn. Which I can tell is going to be a challenge in itself as well. But it's not as bad. What I also have lying in wait, and I might consider doing a retake of it, is a film review about Godzilla Minus One. Since I feel that I was like jumping around so much on the topic, and it should sound a bit more clear and coherent as far as like not explaining the plot so much, but getting the gist of the plot and having personal feelings about how what I saw, what I liked about the movie and whatnot. I want to get that all clear and straightened out as I do it as well. So let's see. We are currently, as far as P5R is concerned, we are at number 6 on the palaces. We are A-OK for the newest semester, and the only thing we had to work on would be getting Akechi at, say, level 10. Or something close to that nature before the deadline, and we have ample time to do it. And on top of that, August is not that far off. It's basically 2 weeks away, and I'm going to change up a few things for August. For one, I already got 2 projects already up and ready to go for August. And they'll take the midnight as well as morning slot. And I may continue on Persona 5 Royal. Onward, it might take the very rare evening spot, which is around 3 or 4 o'clock. And considering that I do most of these videos like 1 at a time or 2 at a time, and very rarely 3 at a time, basically you're going to see that. I also have a few more episodes of Chest of Obscurity I plan to do, as well as something for, there's an LP I still have to do for Akira Toriyama's He Pass, one for Monkey Punch, and another one for Nujabes. I do have Samurai Champloo sidetracked, so that'll be for the Nujabes tribute. For for Akira Toriyama, there's been enough Dragon Ball, and I don't have Sandland, and I don't think I want to do. I don't want to redo Famicom Jump. And there's only one game left that is basically does make sense, and it just makes sense to do it in the most stupidest way possible. Dr. Slump.
Hiya.
Yes, Dr. Slump. The only series that can pretty much break Dragon Ball's logic. Because I've only seen one LP of that, and that was done by Big. And it just dawned on me like, I have not done one regarding, the craziest of all of Toriyama's works. I mean, there's also Go-Go Aquaman. There's also Chrono Trigger, since he did the artwork for that. Dragon Quest. But, he also did work for that, and there's so many of them. Plus, it feels like I would have to replay over 8 anyway, so that's neither here nor there. And I can pull it off because I have a better emulator to do it with. Let's see, what else is there to bring to the table? Ah, yes, from what I'm looking at on my laptop. Yes, I'm using my laptop as a means to use as extra reference. And I'm actually glad I'm using my laptop as well as my desktop, because my laptop is basically my reference PC while I'm still doing things on my main PC via D drive. So all my videos still on D drive. They don't go on C drive, they go on D drive. Playing it safe. So that said, making sure everything is running smoothly to where I'm getting as much as I can out of the time I'm giving it. Excuse me. It was a really long day, and summer just kind of like drains my energies a bit. And I gotta deal with it. Aside from that, as far as the next arc is concerned, I got an inkling that maybe it might be like 2, maybe 3 videos to deal with Sai's Palace. Three at the most, I'm guessing. And after that, then it would be, another break. And thankfully, the next dungeon will be Shido. Then after that, the 8th dungeon. And then finally after that, the 9th dungeon. And seeing as though we basically pushed the envelope, yeah, we're going to get the extra semester. It's already locked in. The only thing I would have to do is max out Ekichi's rank, and we're squared away. Aside from everything else, though, yeah, it's been a thing. I'm not gonna lie and say it hasn't been a thing. It really has been a month. And I'm actually glad I went through the poetry night. It's been decided that we're gonna meet like monthly. So every month on different days on different days of the month. So it's like either it's going to be a second week or a third week, as far as I know. They're still working out how it's all going to go, how it's all going to work out. From what they told me, it's going to be mostly email and pass around, and it's like we critique girl works and whatnot. So that means, oh yeah, I'm going to bring out my book. One chapter at a time, but it is part of an offsite project I'm planning on putting together and getting properly squared away and fixed, and that means I'll get another future project going as far as books go. My ultimate plan is to get my poetry book into submission, just so I could get that copyrighted and go from there. That's going to take a while, but at least it's a way forward. Let's see, what else is there? As I said, following Persona 5 Royal, when I'm actually done with it, I pretty much see this LP being like in the 80s. 80s, 90s, and I'll be damned if I reach 100 at this rate. It's like holy shit! It's a 100. It's a LP of 100 parts, like I'm playing a Trails game. So yeah, that's what it feels like. It's gonna be one of those kind of epic LPs. It's gonna be one of them LPs that's gonna be at least, if not up there, but not up there, but it's gonna be up there. And plus, on top of that, is not going to be like a perfect guide. Like, you have to do this by this. Like, no. Screw ups are going to happen. And I, for one, welcome the screw ups. So, look, I just want to get through the game and possibly get to the after story down the line. And following after, P5R is AI the Somnium Files, which is done by the same people who brought to you Danganronpa, Spike Chunsoft. And then after that, not really looking forward to doing it, but I just want to get it out the way as well. Silent Hill 2. I think what I'll also do is I'll bring back another LP that I started years ago but never finished it. For obvious reasons. Technical and audio issues, basically. And I'm also going to introduce something else that I've been having sat for so long and on Steam, and I need to get it off my quit screwing around and just do it list. That's WrestleQuest. As far as streams are going, I finished River City Girls. I did it over on YouTube because at the time I was trying to get myself back onto Twitch, but the link wasn't working and I didn't feel like wanting to work on getting myself back on Twitch and just like go through the link that's for PS4. Normally I'd be on it, but it wasn't there on Twitch. I don't know why, but it wasn't there until after I manually put in the link. It's weird, but it is what it is. So, last night I started The Outer Worlds, which is an interesting FPS, all things considering. And I might start up something else if not continue Dragon Ball Xenoverse. But I will have something in the place of Dragon Ball Xenoverse. If constantly with the blocking of scenes, it kind of throws things off, and it's like, do I really want to continue this? So I do, but it's like at the same time, do I really wanna? I might consider doing Mass Effect 3. But again, depends on how I feel. Let's see. Oh, by the way, the first part is already up for Sunday. So I am going to bring something back for Sundays because with things as they are now, I might as well just bring back something I streamed like for Monday and Wednesday and just put them up for Sunday. Be it if I have people come in my stream or not, just me just getting through a game anyway. So I was like, So I was like, oh, hi. If not, it's like, well, I already did, so. Anyway. I got a couple of film reviews I do need to cover, and like I said, most of them were during the time I was just off-site, and I was just watching a couple of Netflix movies. And the number one on top of that list will be Godzilla -1. And since this is also something that's of importance, Meg has had her birthday over the weekend. So that's MEG, not MAG. Meg. Like megabyte. Meg already had her birthday over the weekend. So I'm just gonna say happy birthday, Moo. Anyway, I also said I was going to do like a film review because I hadn't done some in a while, so therefore I want to make sure I get them the way I want them to be said. I don't feel like I need to write a script for it because I don't feel like writing up a script just to read what I thought about the movie or anything like that. And I do have a nice little backlog of movies I did see, and I will share them in the following days to come or the following weeks or what have you. So there's that. Let's see, what else is there? I did mention chestofobscurity. I got some anime to watch. Anime to play catch up with. I got so many things happening that it's just busy. Busy. But at least I got enough time to basically say, oh, hey, I'm working on next week's batch of videos. But when I put it up, it was like, oh, there you go. Alright, so there's that. It's totally fine. It's just me, being who I am, and it hasn't been easy. And trust me, with all that I've been doing, look, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm not doing all this for views and whatnot. If you like what you hear, if you like what you see, subscribe to my channel. Simple as that. Or even if you want to, drop me a comment. Let me hear what you think. Or not, you know. But at least, you know, I'm just letting you know. It's like the time for being popular has passed. So everything I'm doing now, I'm just doing it just for the sake of just saying, oh, hey. Tell me more about my eyes. I'm sorry about that. I've been watching a lot of cartoons as of late, so I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Looney Tunes when I'm not really, you know, working on anything, and they're usually in the morning or borderline afternoon. So there's that, you know. But aside from that, you know, I've been working through so many projects that once I get started, when I get that momentum going, I like to say I want to have like a week's worth of stuff already set up, so no matter what happens the next week, I'm not worried about it. Since it's just me, myself, and I, well, all I'm doing right now is just basically going through another project after project after project after project. Whatever works, I go with it. Whatever doesn't work, well, toss it. I also plan to do, or rather, do a replay of something that I started as a test stream, and that's Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. Since I now know that I can play 3DS on RetroArch, well then that's what I'm going to be doing during the time that I'm doing AI Insomnium Files. But you know how I do things, I usually like to basically do the following, which is I like to pre-record my stuff just so I have it ready for whatever happens. Whether if I'm going to be out somewhere or not, or my schedule gets busy, at least you guys have something, you know. So, hey, I like to keep busy, and of course, yeah, it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. So with that said, I think I said my piece about everything else, and on top of that, had to give you an update on things to come for what you're gonna see in the not so far future. So until next time, whatever the hell I plan on doing and what I'm still doing, I've been your friendly neighborhood Tenkaichi Izzy, and I'll see you next time for whatever I feel like doing. Until then, take care. See you next game. Tenkai Muso. Bye, Tensor.